Life is good, there's nothing better. But enough of jubilation. I have some grim business to take care of. I have to tell Zelda it's all over between us. And believe me, I don't look forward to it.
Yes, Dobie?
Zelda, first I want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done for me. You've been devoted and faithful.
Who is she?
And,
The girl you're dumping me for.
you know, her name is Imogene Burkhart. She's new in town.
She'd have to be to get stuck with you.
I'll overlook that, Zelda. I know how shook up you must be. I mean, the way you love me, it's got to be a terrible blow. But it's over, my dear, so isn't it better to break it off clean and honest?
Oh.
Zelda, it would please me very much if we could part friends.
Oh.
Zelda, I knew you'd understand.
Dobie, you've learned a lot about chickens lately. Here's some further information.
Yeah?
Don't count them before they're hatched.
What do you mean?
Number 1, we are not friends. Number 2, we are not parting. You're mine, Buster, and that's the way it's going to stay.
All right, give him the injection. Let's get out of here. I mean, it's like spook time.
Listen, Maynard.
I mean, it's like creepy. Look at that chicken. The one who's been getting the male hormones. Look how big he's getting. I mean, like it ain't natural.
Maynard, look.
Oh, so make it fast, huh, girl? I mean, it's like I don't like it here.
Maynard, will you listen? I can't stay. Dobie's in trouble. Your buddy's in trouble, and I've got to move fast if I'm going to save him. So you'll have to give him the injection. You'll do it, won't you, Maynard? For Dobie, for your buddy, for the best friend a man ever had, you'll do it, won't you, Maynard?
No.
Sure you will.
No.
Sure you will. Now look, here are all the instructions.
No,
You can do it, Maynard. You have to. That's begun right now. The whole time
No.
no.
Yes, but she's not receiving. Take 2 cc's of hormones and dissolve it in 2 cc. What's a C?
Oh, Maynard, why you scared me to death.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
What?
What's a C?
What kind of a sea?
You know, a C.
You mean like the Mediterranean or the Caspian?
No, like the letter A, B, C.
Oh. Well, how is it used?
Well, if you like mixing something, it says takes 2 C's or a C, or like that.
Oh, you mean in the recipe?
Yeah, like a recipe.
Well, in the recipe, C stands for cup.
What an age we live in. Thanks, Mrs. Gillis.
Oh, Dobie, I never met anybody like you before.
Few have.
You say the cutest thing.
Yes, but the best is yet to come. I have written you a poem.
A poem for me?
Yes. Imogene, my darling, Imogene, my love, I'm glad you're not a starling. I'm glad you're not a dove. I'm glad you're not a squirrel. I'm glad you're not a beaver. I'd even let you take my heart and chop it with a cleaver.
Very touching.
Zelda, what are you doing here?
So you're Imogene, huh?
Who are you?
Oh, Zelda Gilroy, Imogene Burkhart.
Oh, yes, the Lutheran.
Yes. Zelda, no offense, but this is kind of private.
Imogene,
Wait.
what do you know about this boy?
What?
Oh, what do I have to know? He's cute, he's charming, he's fun.
Yeah.
I'll show you what you have to know. Now, here before you, you have a transcript of his grades for the past 3 years.
Great.
His last IQ test.
Numbers on
His
a pen.
personality
A
profile.
lot of great people have lousy
Record of his
person-
attendance.
And I was sick that
A
semester.
sample of his penmanship. A picture of his father. Well, what do you say now?
Dobie Gillis, you are... Oh, thank you, Zelda. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm a real human being.
Picture of my father. That was a lousy thing to do.
You're the one that did the lousy thing, snowing that poor young innocent girl.
She was aped for me.
For how long? Sooner or later she was bound to find out you're an idiot. Everybody does.
Thanks a lot.
Dobie, what are you fighting? No girl will ever be as good to you as I am. I love you, and I'll always take care of you. Eventually, you'll love me too. So why fight it? Especially since I'm the only girl you can get.
Zelda! If I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. His nose wrinkling is just a reflex. It's like when somebody yawns. Wait! You've just got to listen.
Later, Herbert, I'm filling an order.
Never mind about the order. Now about that rooster I gave you.
Dobie! Why, what's the matter with you? You don't look well.
I'm low, Mom.
Yeah, that's what he is, like low.
What's wrong?
Everything.
Let's eat some cookies. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, I don't think so.
We owe it to ourselves to, try.
Oh, all right.
Stay out of the chocolate fingers. Stick with the broken ones. Wait. Winnie, I want you to look me right in the eye and tell me you haven't heard that rooster.
Uh-oh. Yeah, like uh-oh.
Answer me, Winnie.
Customer. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Fleming. Always a pleasure to see you.
I should think so, the way you overcharged me.
You seen those chickens lately?
Yesterday when I gave him those 2 cups of hormones.
2 what?
2 cc's.
Thank heaven. For a minute I thought you said 2 cups. 2 centimeters is about this much.
Yeah, I know. 2 cups is a lot more.
What can we do for you today?
How about your carrots?
12 cents a bunch.
2 for a quarter.
Oh, you've got to get up pretty early in the morning to put something over on Mrs. Kenny. Like a parakeet, and he's right here in my store. He's right behind that door.
Ridiculous.
But I saw it. Everybody saw it.
Pish posh.
All right, Smart Apple, how do you explain it?
Simplest thing in the world. Mass hypnosis, very common.
Yeah? Maynard, bring in what you found in the basement. Here I am, 17 years old, and when I think of the years I've wasted, if I'd met Myrtle Lomax when I was 5, we would already have had 12 beautiful years together. As it is, we've only had 1 evening, 2 movies, and 3 milkshakes together. But they were wonderful. And all these years haven't been a total loss, because while I was wasting my time with yo-yos and roller skates, Myrna was growing up. Man, did she grow up. Hi. How about the movies again tonight?
I don't think Daddy will let me go out with you tonight. Not after last night.
Just because I woke him a little?
At midnight?
Oh, I couldn't help it. Besides, I only missed your porch steps a little.
Yeah, I fell through the glass cover over Daddy's prized nasturtiums.
He can't interfere with 2 human lives that are in love just because of some nasturtiums.
Well, look, Daddy's having dinner downtown tonight with some old Navy cronies. And if you came early, well, you wouldn't run into him, like about 6:30.
6:30? Oh, gosh, let's see. Gotta pick up some shipping orders for my father, get my baseball uniform out of the cleaners, eat, get dressed. I can't make it before 7.
Okay, but no later than that because you'll run into Daddy.
Okay. Oh, say, I'm doing biology class in exactly 2 minutes, my love. But while I'm cutting up that dead frog, I'll be thinking of you, dear. What am I hurrying for? I still have 1 minute and 45 seconds.
24 red kidney beans. I don't suppose you'd care to help with this inventory?
Oh, I'd like to stay, Dad, but I've got important business.
Mm-hmm. Who is she?
Myrna. Myrna Lomax. And if you think her name is beautiful, you should see Myrna.
I should see you in an apron.
Until today, my life had no meaning, but now I'm going on to a glorious future.
Don't go without eating, dear.
Oh, I'm not hungry, Mom. Man does not live by bread alone.
I wish man did. It'd make inventory a lot easier.
Hello, honey. Wait till you see what I've got. The Admiral Dewey, the finest ship I ever served on. And Myrna, if I do say it myself, I was the best chief petty officer the old Dewey ever had. Where can we put this? Help me find a place.
Well, I was just going out on the porch.
Well, that can wait.
Well, but Daddy, like, what happens if maybe somebody comes by and wants me to go to a movie?
Dobie Gillis, lock the door and go to your room. And secure that hatch, too.
Daddy.
I told you that that nasturtium murderer is not to set foot in this house.
But if I meet him on the porch, he doesn't have to come in.
On the porch, I wouldn't feel safe with that clumsy ox in the neighborhood. My poor nasturtiums.
Well, he just made one tiny little misstep.
Honey, he's the kind of clumsy landlubber who'll be making missteps all of his life. Now, you call him and break the date.
Well, I don't know how to reach him.
Well, he has a home, hasn't he? Maybe not. If his parents have any sense at all, they've gotten him a room someplace.
Then he's on short temper. It's just he isn't home right now. Well, he had some errands to do before he
I'm not
came
going to
here.
have him around here. I'll call him and break him. Errands? What kind of errands? Where?
I don't know. All he said was he had to sign some papers and get a uniform and pick up shipping orders.
Myrna, is he joining the Navy?
What?
Uniform and shipping papers? It certainly sounds like he's joining the Navy to me.
Would that make any difference?
Any difference? I'm not locking my door to any Navy man.
Really?
Of course not. Any boy in the uniform of the United States Navy is welcome aboard this ship anytime.
Oh, well, I don't think Dobie will be wearing his uniform tonight.
Oh, he's joining the Navy. Fine lad. He's got his shipping. If he signed his papers, this must be his last night ashore. And I nearly ruined that for him. Honey, you should have told me about this sooner.
Well, I sort of thought you were sore at Dobie.
What for? Just because he fell into my piddling nasturtiums? Being a typical sailor ashore, high spirits. And when the fighting starts, that spirit turns to steel courage. Say, did I ever tell you about the time?
Oh, I'll let
There
Dobie.
he is.
Don't say a word about his joining the Navy.
Well, I don't see why. Oh, his last night ashore.
Why didn't you tell me you put in a new glass?
My boy.
Now, please, sir, Mr. Lomax, sir, I can explain about your nasturtium.
Oh, forget about that. Welcome aboard, matey. Come in and drop anchor a
Oh,
while.
I didn't drop your anchor, sir, honest. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even see it. It was me that fell in your nasturtium bed, not your anchor.
I love a seagoing sense of humor. Say, how are you feeling here, tough? Honey, it's something for the boy to be proud of. How is your gear, son? Is it in order?
Yes, it is, sir. It's fine in third, except it slips a little on hills.
Oh, that sense of humor. I meant your uniform, boy. How is it?
Oh, it's nice and clean. I just picked it up.
Good.
Daddy, look, we just got to go to the movies.
Okay. Now, just a minute. I've got some things in here Dobie will be interested in. I'll be right back.
Quick, let's get out of here.
When your father's being so nice to me, listen, now that I made a good impression on him, I ought to stay here and build it up for our future.
Dobie, the reason you made a good impression on him is because he thinks you're joining the Navy.
It doesn't make any... Joining the Navy?
Yes.
Where did he get an idea like that?
It was the only way I could go out with you tonight.
That's okay for tonight, but what'll he do tomorrow night when I'm still here in port?
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Really? Myrna, I wish I could see your brain. I bet it's beautiful, too.
Oh, hi, matey. Yes, sir, my boy. You'll be interested in all this, but you're in a hurry. They're the old signal flags,
Yes,
the preservers, but this is what I want you to
thank you,
have.
sir,
My
but I
going
don't
away
forget-
gift
oh,
to you.
yes.
In there, my boy, is a perfect model of the old four-masted windjammer.
Just what I always wanted.
You really shouldn't have.
No.
Yes, well, she's right. I'm being selfish. But, honey, it's just because I'm so all-fired proud of Dobie here. Well, you two run along now and enjoy yourselves at the movies.
Yes, sir, the movies.
Anchors away!
16 men in a dead man's chest.
Yes.
Yo! What a sense of humor. Hello?
Mr. Lomax, this is Betty Lou. May I speak to Myrna, please?
Oh, not tonight, Betty Lou. She's just left with Toby Gillis. No, I don't expect her back real soon. It's Toby's last night at home. Yes, that fine boy is joining the Navy tomorrow.
Toby's joining the Navy?
Quiet, Maynard. It's a deep, dark secret.
Oh, sure. My good buddy Toby Gillis is like joining the Navy. Why, congratulations, good buddy. How come you're not told me? It's like a military secret, huh, shipmate? Yeah, I won't tell anybody you're joining the Navy.
Joining the Navy?
Not a soul, except of course the cats I'm inviting to the blast. The blast? You don't think I'm the biggest hero in the whole history of Central High School go away without throwing him a wingding?
I think I need some air.
All right, you cats, give him 3 cheers and a tiger for a hero.
Well, fellow Americans, it's a great honor and a rare
Toby,
privilege.
come on.
What is it? They want me to make a speech. Come on,
He's just too choked up to speak. My hero.
There's nothing to laugh about. All the kids think I'm joining the Navy.
Daddy probably told someone. In fact, Daddy probably told everyone.
Well, what am I going to do?
Just tell him you are not joining the Navy. Say it's a false rumor.
Oh, that's all right for the kids, but what about your father?
That's easy. We'll tell him you didn't pass your Navy physical.
Yeah.
You don't sound very happy.
Sure, I'm happy.
No, you're not. You know, I think you like being a hero.
Now that's ridiculous. Come on, let's go right back to Wong's and I'll show you. I'll just tell them all right out that it's all a mistake and I'm not going into the Navy. And so, I'm sorry to have to tell you this sad goodbye now on the eve of my departure for the Navy. For it's been my lifelong dream to become a sailor in Uncle Sam's glorious, seafaring, ocean-going, nautical fighting force. And when I'm out there on the high seas with the wind and salt and spray in my face, with the shocker shell flying,
Yay, Toby, yay!
I'll be proud that I volunteered to defend these fair shores against any and all enemies, no matter what the cost to me and to my life. I thank you. Restrain yourself.
I'll get my home economics class to bake you a cake, Toby.
I just want to get the length of your arm. I'm going to knit you a sweater to keep you warm when you're out there fighting.
Yeah. Better hurry, I may be fighting sooner than I thought.
Oh, you're such a glory hound.
Myrna, I'm not. It's just, well, with all those kids looking at me, I didn't have the heart to disappoint them.
Myrna?
Yes, Daddy?
Anyway, I'm going to tell them I flunked my physical. And it'll work as well with them as it will with your father.
It's not going to work with my father if you keep popping off like you did.
Okay.
Now look, Toby, just let me handle it, huh?
Okay. It's all in your hands.
Lady!
Taking a new Thailand to...
Welcome aboard, boy. Oh, say, have I got a surprise for you?
Daddy, I've got to tell you something. Daddy?
Anchors away. It gets you right here.
Daddy, we've got bad news. Toby didn't pass his physical.
No.
What?
Toby flunked his physical.
Yes, sir, that's right, sir.
What's wrong with you, boy?
You tell him I can't.
Has a trick knee.
Yes, sir, I heard it playing football for the school.
This is terrible.
Yes, sir, but I try to bear up under the pain, sir, as best I can.
I mean, it's terrible. You're not getting into the Navy.
Oh, that. Yeah, well, it was my dearest heart's desire, sir.
I know how you feel, son. And I want you to know that I'm proud to know a boy who feels like you do about the Navy.
Oh, I do, sir, I do. The tiny deep.
Oh, Daddy, Toby has to go home now to tell his parents the sad news.
Yes, sir.
Come on,
Yes,
Toby.
you go on, boy. But hurry back. I want you to know you're welcome in this house anytime. Any boy who feels about the Navy as you do.
Sir? Sir, it's been my lifelong dream to become a sailor in Uncle Sam's glorious Navy.
Dobie!
To be out there with the wind and salt and spray in my face, with a shot of shell flying, defending these fair shores against any and all enemies, no matter what the cost to me and to my life.
Our bashful cry, we'll never change our course so vicious, no steer shine. Roll out the TNT and anchors away. Sail on to victory and sink their boats to Davy Jones. This fine boy, and he's not going home. Why, in the words of John Paul Jones,
I'm not going!
I haven't begun to
And
fight.
I'm not gonna!
We're gonna get you past that physical examination.
We're gonna get me past. You're right, Vern, I gotta go.
Hey, listen to what I tell you.
Sir.
When I was training for the football squad at Annapolis, we had a great scat back. He had a trick me, and it never bothered him.
Yes, but...
Today, that man is Assistant Chief of Naval Operations. And when I phone him, and I tell him how much you love the Navy,
Yes, but...
and how you were just jumping around here on that
That
leave.
doesn't mean
No,
a thing.
not a thing, sir. You see,
It's psychosomatic.
Long distance? Get me the Navy Department at Washington, D.C. His knee is what?
You're hydromatic.
Hydromatic.
Water on the knee.
No, Navy Department. Put me through to the Assistant Chief of Naval Operations. Water on the knee.
Water on the brain.
Chief Petty Officer John Lomax, retired. Now hear this. In less than 1 minute, that phone will ring, and it'll be the Assistant Chief of Naval Operations to talk to you.
Now, wait a minute. What is this?
I said the Assistant Chief of Naval Operations to talk to you.
Me, the assistant chief?
To ask you why this fine, upstanding specimen Dobie Gillis was turned down on his physical yesterday.
Gillis?
Yes.
Gillis? The assistant chief. Lieutenant Smedley, the assistant chief of naval operations. Yes, sir. Gillis? Well, I don't have his records right here, sir. No, sir, I'm sure there's no follow-up, sir. Yes, sir, we'll rush the boy right through, sir. Yes, sir, we'll give him every break in his business. Yes, sir. The assistant chief for you.
Oh. Hi, Skinny. Well, thank you. It was fine to talk to you, too, Skinny. Say, how's the knee? Good, fine. Yeah, well, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Now, if young Gillis here passes that examination, I'll try to see that the chief isn't too tough about that foul up in your records.
Thank you, and don't you worry, he's as good as in the Navy.
Fine. Well, my boy, I'll be casting off. I've done all I can for you here.
Yes, sir, you sure have.
Friends like that are hard to find.
Not for me. Oh, hi, Maynard.
Like hi. Like sir?
Maynard, what's that?
Dobie Gillis, sailor, friend, and good buddy. I would like to present you this going-away present, which I found while prowling around in the surplus store. An old surplus store.
Name?
Maynard Krebs.
Krebs Maynard.
Like no, sir. Like Maynard Krebs.
You?
Yes, sir. I don't mind going to the Navy, but I go home first.
Now listen.
Because if I'm going to the Navy, I want to just like change my old clothes.
Maynard! Maynard, it's my name he wants. Dobie Gillis, sir.
Gillis. Dobie. Age?
17.
17?
Yes, sir.
The Navy doesn't accept 17-year-old enlistees.
It does?
No.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, doggone. It's wonderful that our Navy doesn't fool with kids, which I am, 17, since my last birthday. And I won't be 18 until my next birthday. So I'll see you then. Oh,
Come back here. All you have to do is get your father to sign this consent paper,
consent paper?
giving his permission. You want me to call him?
No.
He'll sign, won't he?
My father, wild horses couldn't stop him.
All right, then you bring it right back here. I'll be here, too, if the medics give me combat clearance for another interview.
Come on, Dobie, let's get your old man to sign. Man, like you're practically in. What's the matter?
The matter is, I don't want to be like practically in. It was just a way of getting me in with Myrna's father. I had to keep shooting off my big mouth.
We should never start these inventories. We never finish them.
18 boxes of salt.
18 salt.
all we do is use up pencils.
16 cans of ripe olives.
16 ripe olives. Oh, how do you do? Can I help you, sir?
I'm John Lomax, Chief Petty Officer, retired.
I'm Herbert T. Gillis, grocer, working. This is my wife, Mrs. Herbert T. Gillis.
Mrs. Gillis, I thought perhaps you might have heard of me. Your son, Dopey, is having dates with my daughter.
Uh-oh.
What?
Now, if there's been any trouble...
Trouble? I should say not. Dopey's a fine boy.
You don't know him long, huh?
Oh, my husband is always teasing about Dobie. We're both very proud of him.
And that you should be. That boy's gonna make a fine sailor.
Yes, Dobie's...
Sailor?
Oh, he's got this... he hasn't told you he's enlisting?
Oh, you must have the wrong boy. Our kid's too lazy to give up a cushy setup like he's got here.
Oh, I'm talking about your son, Dopey Gillis. I've just left him at the enlistment office. And the boy's not lazy. He's just the type of material our fighting Navy needs.
You sure you got the right boy? Sort of a semi-tall, blonde kid, medium build, not too bright.
Herbert.
Mr. Gillis, don't underestimate that boy. I tell you, he's going to make a fine sailor.
Oh.
Now, here, Mrs. Gillis, I didn't mean to torpedo you like this. Naturally, I assumed Dopey had told you. Well, here, I just dropped by to leave this for the boy. Mrs. Gillis, please, I understand how you feel right now, but don't you worry, you're going to be very happy. You'll be getting mail from that boy from all over the world. In Okinawa, Nome, Alaska.
My baby.
I'll be casting off. I'm sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. It's good news.
Now, look at it this way. Dobie's going to be self-supporting for 3 years.
Oh, Herb.
You know, we're not really losing a son. We're gaining a bedroom.
You're just being brave. You know you don't feel that way.
No, I don't.
Why would Dobie want to leave us?
Well, why wouldn't he? With a father who's always yelling at him, won't give him enough allowance. It's all my fault, Winnie. It's all my fault.
No, Herbert, it's not your fault. It's my fault.
Now, don't say that. You're a wonderful mother.
That's just it. I couldn't realize that he's not a baby any longer. Always asking him if something is too hot or too cold or too lukewarm. It's my fault. I've been mothering him too much.
Yes, and I didn't father him enough. Oh, here he comes now, so straighten up. He's already enlisted, you know.
Yes.
He's in the Navy now, dear, and he's not a baby anymore, so stop crying, chin up, and just let me handle it, huh?
Hi, Mom, Dad. Mom, Dad, may I present Miss Myrna Lomax, my mother and my father?
How do you do? We were just sort of taking inventory here, but of course, that can wait while we have a nice little home, my boy.
Dobie, oh, my little baby, my baby.
No, you're not going in any Navy. Oh, we know all about it. Mr. Lomax was here, but I don't care what you sign. You are not joining the Navy. I'll get you out of this if I have to call the President of the United States personally.
The President?
Yeah, he's a veteran, too.
Oh, thank
What's
you,
this,
thank
your
you.
enlistment paper? I'll want that when I get on the phone.
Dad, I'm not in the Navy. I'm too young. That's just a paper you were supposed to sign giving your consent.
I will not. My good buddy's like safe.
Yeah. Darling, I'm sure that someday you'll realize that we're right. Goodness, whatever gave you such an idea? Joining the Navy at your age.
Oh, I don't know, Mom.
Aren't you happy here?
Oh, sure.
I mean, have we done anything, dear?
Gosh, no. It's wonderful here.
Because if
And you're
anything's
both
making
wonderful.
you unhappy, why, we could raise your allowance.
Winnie,
or
the boy
give you
said
more
he's
of the automobile.
happy.
I don't want to leave, Mom. That is, I just wanted to do my bit, you know, for my country.
Oh, that's a wonderful attitude, dear.
No, I just mean that, well, I saw my duty, that's all. I just wanted to serve my country, even if I am pretty young.
Dobie, you promised you'd walk me home. Now, come on, let's go, huh?
But I'd never forgotten you, Mom, or you, Dad. Even when I was out there on the high seas with the wind and the salt and the spray in my face, with the shot and shell flying, I'd have taken out a minute, regardless of the danger to myself, to be comforted by the fact that you were all safe from the shot and shell.
Yeah, Dobie! Yeah, Navy!
Stand
Navy out to sea, fight our battle cry. We'll never change our course, so vicious foes stand shy. Roll out the TNT, anchors away. We sail on to victory and sleep. Come on.
inventory sheet. I signed my own inventory sheet. There's the consent paper here. Dolby, you're safe. You're safe.
We were sorry about something.
Not for 3 years.
Yes, sirree. For the next 3 years, you're going to be right here with us. For 3 whole years. 3 years.
You mean you refused to sign the consent paper for me?
He just tore it up.
Well, no, not exactly. What you just tore up was your inventory sheet.
That is my inventory sheet. Then this must be the consent paper. I gotta kill that boy.
I'm sorry about tonight, Myrna, but your attitude's wonderful. And in about a week when this inventory's done... Oh, gosh, that's wonderful of your father, Myrna. And tell him that the Navy's wonderful, too. And that I can hardly wait until I'm 18 and can join. And can be out there in the high seas with the wind and the salt and the spray in my face. With a shot... Myrna?
You in the soup, boy?
Yes, sir, as usual. 6, 7, 8,
Once a gal, the call is on. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. Dobie, Dobie.
I have a problem, as usual. And the usual problem, too. Thalia Minich. Thalia. She looks like $1 million. And that's probably what it's going to take to get her. $1 million. So really, the problem I have is, I don't have Thalia. Or $1 million. All I've got is love for Thalia and 8 cents and an awful yen to take her to the dance Saturday night.
Dobie, I got your note. What's so important?
Thalia, I want to talk to you about something straightforward, man to man. Now, to start with, you're gorgeous. Also, you're greedy and grasping. Now, there's a dance Saturday night. You can go with any of the rich fellas in school if you want. But, Thalia, there's one tiny soft spot in that hard heart of yours, and that soft spot is me. You'd really like to go to the dance with me. So, Thalia, I'm asking you for once in your gorgeous, greedy, grasping life. Forget sordid money.
What's all that, just so you could ask me to go to the dance Saturday night?
Well, yeah.
You're sweet.
Me?
And I'm crazy about you.
You are?
Well, I must be to want to go to the dance with you.
You'll go?
Uh-huh.
Thalia.
Under certain conditions.
Thalia. You won't be sorry. Well, what conditions?
Sordid money.
How'd that get into the conversation?
You brought it up.
Oh.
Now, I want to go to the dance first class.
Well, naturally, I know Dad will let me have the truck.
No, Dobie.
No?
No, I want to go in a taxi.
A taxi?
Yes.
Let's compromise. We'll walk.
A taxi both ways.
Both ways?
Or I don't go.
All right, a taxi.
And
Yeah,
you'll
you really-
have my blue formal clean.
Yes, but Your blue formal clean?
Well, you'll be looking at it, won't you?
Yeah,
And
but...
you'll be dancing with it, won't you?
Yeah, but...
I mean, you wouldn't want me to go to the dance without it.
No.
Or you wouldn't want it to go to the dance without me. It's what they call a package deal.
Yeah. Agreed, my darling.
All right, it's a date as soon as you sign this.
Sign? What's this?
It's a list of the things you just agreed to. I whipped it up in typing class. You see, it even has estimated cost.
Total $11? But it's like a contract.
I've been through this too many times with you before where you've made a lot of promises before a dance and then you say you don't remember. Now, I'm not going to spend Saturday night having to nag you about it because it'll just spoil the dance. So, sign.
Thalia, I love you.
Love doesn't butter any parsnips.
Nah, you stick with me, Thalia, and I promise you, someday I'll really butter your parsnips.
Don't you understand, Dobie? I can't waste time waiting for someday.
$11! Maynard, let me put it to you this way. I had absolutely no trouble wrapping myself around her little finger. Okay, so she outsmarted me for $11. But if she can outsmart me for $11, I ought to be able to outsmart my father for $11. Impossible? Nothing's impossible. Why, just a few years ago, nobody thought you could hit the moon with a rocket. What? Maynard, one of these days they may not miss. Of course, hitting the moon's a lot easier than hitting my father for $11. $11?
$11? Then you're gonna get it.
Now, Herbert, be reasonable. The least you can do is listen.
Okay, so I'm listening. Reason with your old dad.
Well, look, I need it for the dance Saturday, and I can show you right here what I need every penny for. First, 2 dance tickets, $1.
That sounds okay.
Yeah, you want to give it to me with each item or all in a lump?
Oh, I will probably give you several lumps. Read on.
Taxi.
Taxi. In school, when they should be studying, they send them to gym. But come Saturday, they gotta take a taxi to a dance. Why can't you dance your way to the dance?
Taxi, $2.
$2? What, are you and her gonna go in separate taxis?
And Orchid Corsage, $3.
Ooh, Orchid Corsage, $3. Ha ha ha, I didn't even say anything funny, but ha 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 me some more.
2 dinners at the Biltmore Coffee Shop after the dance, $4.
That's right, boy. Think big.
That's my old
Get ready to eat small, I know. Ha ha ha. Well, you've come to $10.
Miscellaneous, $1.
What's this miscellaneous?
Oh, that's for getting my dress clean. Total, $11.
Total $2. $1 for the tickets and $1 for your suit, which you will get Saturday.
Ah, Dad, you'll change your mind.
Well, I might at that. I might make it $1.
You see how I handle things? I really got it here. A headache. I haven't got the $11, but I'm still holding on to failure by the tips of my bleeding fingers. I talked her into a 24-hour extension on the contract if I get her formal cleaned. And I found just the place. A new cut-rate shop on the other side of town.
There you are. Now you've saved a whole $1. No, now, don't try to thank me. You know, we're losing money on every garment, but we're just opening our shop here, and we want to get, make a lot of good friends. So you please tell everybody you know about our Get Acquainted offer. 2 garments, cleaned and pressed for the price of 1. I'd consider it a favor.
Oh, we'll be glad to, sir.
Well, we'll do you a favor if you do me a favor.
A favor?
It's not much of a one, really. You see, we'll each be getting $1 on Saturday to pay for these. Now, that's $2. And my friend here will give you his $1 on Saturday for both garments, if you'll give me the other $1 now.
The other $1?
Yes, the one that we're saving.
That one. How come you get it?
Well, because it was my idea. Thank you. And I'll be sure and tell everyone at school about your shop.
All right,
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wait. I just got an idea that'll make us both very, very rich.
Yeah? I don't like this. We ought to scram and lay low for a while.
Relax. The truck isn't half full yet.
But we barely got out of Springfield, and that's not more than 100 miles from here. I don't like it, Edwards.
What could be safer? We bring us a lot of clothes in that cut-rate offer, we load them in the truck, and we disappear before the public ever tumbles.
Yeah, but the police will tumble eventually. Then they'll start looking for us. What's so funny?
That young girl that I just waited one she'd make. If only my daughter turned out like that.
I didn't know you got a daughter.
Yeah, social service worker.
We'd be the agents for this shop. Don't you get it?
I haven't even gotten that 2-for-1
I
yet.
keep telling you that was honest. Now look, we'd be the shop's agents and collect commission.
You got a pencil and paper?
Well, you forget about that 2-for-1. Now look, think of how much money we can make being his agents at school.
Agents in schools? Why didn't I think of that before?
Agents in school?
Why, they'd hustle clothes from all the kids in school. Don't you get it?
We'd get clothes from every kid in school. Don't you get it? Could I talk to you for a moment?
Why, certainly, young lady.
How would you like to have agents working in a school?
Agents working in the school?
Yes, bringing in clothes for you to clean and press.
Well, my goodness me, that'd be wonderful. But who would ever do that?
Well, my friend Mr. Gillis and me. This is Mr. Gillis,
How do you
and
do?
I'm Miss Manager.
Well, how are you? My name is Edwards. Well, I want to tell you, I'd appreciate it.
Appreciate it?
Your kindness.
Well, I was thinking of a commission.
Commission?
Well, yes, on the money you get in for the clothes that we bring you.
Well, goodness me, I don't know if I could afford a commission.
Well, you said you wanted to make friends. Now, what's 10%?
10%.
7.5%. 5%.
It's a deal.
For 7.5.
You know, I'm so happy with this idea. I'll tell you what, you don't impress me. I'm going to give you 10% commission. Now, if you'll pardon me, I want to go and give my partner the good news.
Thalia, the way you took him in, you're wonderful.
Yes, partner.
Really?
50-50. Why, we're bound to make $11 apiece by Saturday. And then you can take me to the dance.
Really?
On your share.
Yeah, I thought we're partners.
Well, we are business-wise, but not socially.
Why'd you get 10%?
Who's going to give him anything?
Oh, we will make a fortune.
Yeah, all we gotta do now is get the business.
But they just got it.
Boy, that Thalia. She doesn't do things halfway. When she goes into a business, she really goes into it. I mean, within a week, Thalia and I were the biggest dry cleaners in town. My father's store is right on the way to school. A very convenient place for the kids to drop off their cleaning. Boy, did we do business. And the first thing Thalia did, she hired an advertising manager.
Like hear ye, like hear ye. Bring it in, we'll feed it for 50 cents. Charge your old man $1. Don't miss this golden opportunity to cheat your parents. Like hear ye, like hear ye.
Hey, what's going on here?
Mr. Gillis, I've been standing here for 30 minutes trying to get waited on.
I'll take care of you right away, Mrs. Kenny. Will you get out of my way?
See here, Mr. Gillis. This is not the only market in town, you know.
All right, Mrs. Kenny, I'll be right with you.
My husband is waiting for his breakfast. He's getting hungry. And when he gets hungry, he gets mean. And when he gets mean, I get hit.
I'll be right there, Mrs. Kenny. Excuse me, Big Daddy. Hey, I'm back by Saturday, good buddy. Out! Everybody! Out!
I certainly will. And it'll be a cold day in July before you get my business again.
Out! 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 Out!
What is all this, dear?
It's a loony bin, that's what it is. You've been trying to bankrupt me for years, boy. It looks like you finally done it.
Bankrupt? Why, there's a fortune here, Mr. Gillis.
Fortune for who? I'm not in the old clothes business. I'm in the grocery business, or at least I used to be.
Why is everybody leaving their clothes here, Toby?
Oh, because it's closer than the cleaners, Mom. We take them over to the cleaners later.
And they charge 50 cents a garment, and we get 10% on each garment.
Yeah. How much is that a piece?
Well, so long, Mom. So long, Dad. We gotta get to school. I'll see you later.
Hey, just a minute. Just a darn minute. Who's going to clean all this junk out of here?
Well.
Well, I thought that while you were out making your deliveries in the truck this morning that you could drop the clothes off at the cleaners.
Me?
Well, it's only about 3 or 4 miles out of your way, and it's such a lovely day for a drive. And just think you'd be giving Dobie a new start at life.
Listen, you may be too smart for Dimwit here, but you're not too smart for me.
Well, yes, she is, Dad.
Yeah, that's a fact, Mr. Gillis.
Goodbye, Mr. Gillis.
So long.
Oh, say it.
Say what?
I'll give you a hint. I gotta.
Kill that boy. I just
Yes, sir, that failure figured out everything. Every little detail. Except one.
Just one more load.
Thank you. I certainly appreciate this.
Can we go now, Edwards? Can we, huh?
One more load coming in.
Oh, let's blow. I don't like the looks of this caper.
Possess your soul in patience, little man.
Well, that's all of them.
It's mighty kind of you, sir. Mighty neighborly.
Hey, what about the receipt?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to get, sir.
Oh. Now, Edwards. Now, for Pete's sake, now.
Right now, but wait till I get my hat and my coat. We jump in the truck and blow town. Go on, hurry up.
Hey, where's that receipt? I ain't got all day, you know. Aha! Aha, what? I caught you red-handed, didn't I? What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Buster. Running this phony cleaning shop and stealing clothes. Stealing clothes? Yes. Hey, that's it. We gotta get them. They just went out the back way. Wait a minute, wise guy. I'm wise to all those tricks. Now, come along peacefully. Listen, my name is Herbert T. Gillis. I got nothing to do with this cleaning shop. I own a grocery store at 9th and Main. Save it, Buster. Don't make me use no violence. All right, take me down to my store. My wife will identify me. I keep telling you, I'm wise to all those tricks. All of them. If you're scared I'll run away, put the cuffs on me.
Of course, it's Herbert T. Gillis, officer.
I'm Dobie Gillis.
You shut up! Believe me, you heard what my wife said. Your wife? Who are you trying to kid, Buster? You mean your gun mom? I've seen that type of thing before. Plenty of them. Listen, you turn me loose, you fat head, or I'll have you pounding a beat out in the sticks. What do you think I'm doing now? Turn me loose, I say. I know my rights. I am a veteran. Pipe down, all of you, and nobody move until the chief arrives. Well, here he is, Chief. I caught him red-handed. And as for the dame, I think she's the brains of the whole outfit.
Really?
Chief.
You heard me. Take off those cuffs. Oh, you did a great job, Mulcahy. While you were arresting this citizen, the thieves got away with the clothes. I'm sorry, Mr. Gillis, but you can see how Mulcahy here could have made a mistake.
Yes, I see perfectly. But I hold no grudge. However, if you don't mind, I would like to have a few words with my son. Alone. So if you and Sherlock Holmes here would please take off, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Station house. Thanks, Mr. Gillis.
Oh.
Herbert? Son, what is this used for?
Opening up things.
Oh, that's very good. And what do we generally open up with this?
Oh, cases of canned goods, stuff like that.
You make me proud, boy.
Oh, it's nothing.
Take this, you love, and get out there in the back room and open up every one of those crates and boxes and unpack every last one of them. And when you're finished with that, mop the floor. When you're finished with that, wash the window. And when you're finished with that, wash the truck. And when you're finished with that, come upstairs. I'll be lying down thinking of other things for you to do.
But, Dad...
Shut up! How many suits and dresses do you think you and your partner turned over to them crooks? 300? 400?
Like that, yeah.
Well, those are stolen now, boy. And who do you suppose is going to have to pay for them?
You?
You're getting warm. Take another guess.
Me?
Go to the head of the class and go to work. And keep working until you've earned enough to pay for 400 suits and dresses.
Yes.
Come on, Winnie, let's you and I go upstairs and try to enjoy what's left of our old age.
Cheer up, dear. Work never hurt anybody.
No. Look what it did to Dad.
Look what it did!
good, buddy.
Maynard, you know what these are?
Hands?
On my hands, Maynard. You know what those are?
No good, buddy, but they look terrible.
Blisters. Blisters and calluses from working.
Working? You?
My father's making me work in the store till all those clothes are paid for.
You can't do that, man. There's laws in this country.
Maynard, I'll talk to a lawyer. He can do it.
Gee, that's tough, Big Daddy. I mean, that's like tough.
Yeah. Maynard, you wouldn't like to help me work, would you?
Gee, Dope, I'd stick my arm in a fire for you. I'd jump in front of a train for you. But, work? Sorry, Dope.
Yeah.
You do understand, don't you?
Sure, Maynard.
How long you gonna have to work till them clothes are paid for?
As nearly as I can figure it, 70 years.
It's all that Thalia's fault. All her fault.
Yes, it is. And that's why I've sent for her.
You gonna tell her off, Dope? Are you, huh?
Yes, Maynard, I'm finally, definitely, positively gonna tell her off.
Dobie?
Thalia,
Yes?
I love you.
That's telling her off.
Dobie, I'm sorry.
Sorry, a lot good that does. Look at his hands. I mean, if he could play the piano, he couldn't.
Poor hands, what happened?
Work, that's what.
Poor darling, and it's all my fault, too.
Oh, that's all right, Thalia. I love you.
Oh, no, don't love me, Dobie. I'm not worthy of you. I'm mean and rotten.
Amen.
Why am I so greedy and grasping? Why can't I be good and sweet and pure like you and Maynard, too?
Me?
Yes, you're good. Both of you. Good, sweet, and pure. And I'm just rotten. All I care about is money.
Oh, now, just a minute here. Remember what you said. You don't care about money for yourself.
Yeah, that's right, girl. You told me your father's like 60 years old and has like a kidney
Yeah,
condition.
and you said your mother isn't getting any younger.
And your sister's married to a loafer.
Yeah, and you said your brother's going to end up living off the county.
So remember, it's up to you to find a rich husband and save your miserable family.
That's right, David. That's what you said. So you're not mean and rotten. In fact, you're noble, kind of.
You're sweet to say so, both of you. Good, sweet, and pure, but you're wrong. Listen, even if my father had kidneys of steel, and if my mother was younger than springtime, and if my sister was married to a gillionaire, and my brother was president of Harvard, I'd still want money because I'm mean and rotten.
Hey, Dope, maybe she is.
Well, she doesn't have to stay mean and rotten. People can change.
Oh, please help me change, Dobie. I can do it for you. Mean and rotten as I am, I've still got a soft spot for you. Because you're decent and kind and honest and good looking.
Yeah, except for his hands.
Say you'll help me, Dobie. And you too, Maynard. Because I want to be good and sweet and pure like you.
What do you say, Dope? You think there's a chance?
We'll try. We'll try.
Oh, thank you. We'll be so happy.
Yeah.
Just simple, sweet, kind, good people. What do we need with money? The best things in life are free.
Ooh, what a title for a song.
Simple pleasures, real devotion, and true love. Look! What, don't you know who they are? Those are the crooks from the cleaning store. Oh, go get them. Hurry up. Come on, Maynard. Go get them. Quick.
Of all the times for this to happen, and us with a truck full of hot clothes.
Oh, shut up and jack up the cover.
Get him, Maynard.
Hurry up. Help! Police! Help! Police!
What's going on here?
We just caught those crooks over there from the dry cleaners. Hurry up. Come on.
Hold it, Maynard.
Hold it, you wise guys. You're under arrest.
Wait a minute, officer. I can explain all this.
Just explain me one thing. What'd you do with all them clothes you stole?
Well, they're right here in the truck. We're just going to deliver them.
Oh, sure you are. Well, it's station house for you wise guys. And don't try anything cute. Now get going.
Well, now, don't shout.
You kids watch the truck while I get some help.
Oh, that was a nice piece of work, little lady. If you drop by the station house later, there's a $50 reward waiting for you.
$50?
Thalia, this is wonderful. All those clothes will be returned now, and I can quit working.
And we can be like together all the time. I mean, simple pleasures, real devotion, true love.
$50! Oh.
What $50?
Well, didn't you hear what he said? I'm going to get a $50 reward for catching those crooks.
But Thalia, we caught the crooks, so how come you get the $50?
Well, because I recognize them. That's why I get the $50.
I see. I don't suppose you'd consider a three-way split.
Well, how can you suggest such a thing? That money is mine.
Pleasure. It's real devotion. True love.
Tell you you're right.
You mean the $50 is mine?
I mean you're mean and rotten.
You like it if your father had a kidney condition.
Thalia, take your greedy bones out of here.
Am I really mean and rotten?
The meanest.
The rottenest.
I decided to split the money.
Three ways?
Now, just a minute. Fair is fair. I was thinking that I should get like $40, and you and Maynard can have $5 apiece.
Grab it, Dope. You're never going to get a better shake from this one.
No.
And then you can take me to the dance Saturday night
Thalia,
with
baby.
your $5, and you'll have my blue formal plate.
She's all heart, that girl. Hey, Big Daddy. Have like a ball at the dance?
Great. Thalia was a perfect lady.
Yeah?
She sure was. She let me lead twice.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
Hey, did you make her take her home in a taxi?
Of course not. In fact, she was very generous. She got her father to lend me his car.
No kidding.
Yeah, and she only charged me 40 cents an hour and 6 cents a mile.
She's all heart, that girl.
Yeah. Trouble with my parents. But that's all right. I mean, what are parents for but to give you trouble? What bugs me is that I'm having trouble with other people's parents. And that's not fair. I mean, parents ought to stay on their own kids' backs and keep off strangers. Now, you take Mr. and Mrs. Ellingboe. They're Clotilde Ellingboe's mother and father.
Clotilde!
I told you they wouldn't like me.
Mother, Daddy, I'd like you to meet Dobie Gillis.
How do you do, sir? See?
And this is my brother, Arthur.
Hi. You don't look familiar. Do you spend much time around the library?
Well, no, not this year.
I do, in the mathematics department.
Arthur is up to quadratic equations.
They're nice.
Gillis. No, I'm sure I never met your parents.
Why haven't we met your parents, Mr. Gillis? We attend every CHSS-PBL meeting.
CHSS-PBL?
Yes, the Central High School Students and Parents Betterment League.
Oh, that's CHSS-PBL, yeah.
Why haven't we met your parents at the meetings of the CHSS-PBL?
Well, they don't go.
They don't go?
No. Mom would go, but she can't ever get Dad to come along, you see. When nighttime comes around, his feet hurt.
The great battle for men's minds lies ahead, and any man who stays home at night and coddles his feet is deserting under fire.
A young man raised with such standards, amid sloth and disinterest, is hardly the kind of boy we would find suitable for our daughter.
Clotilde, it's time to do your homework.
I already did mine.
You would.
Good day, Mr. Gillis.
Goodbye, Mr. Gillis.
See, what'd I tell you about me and parents? It's spooky. And I wouldn't exactly say you stuck up for me.
Well, they're right, you know.
You mean you feel the same way?
Well, the CHSS-PBL is important. Don't you think you could get your father to go?
Ha!
For me, Dobie. Dear Dobie.
Clotilde, for you, I'd walk over a bed of coals 8 miles long. I'd throw myself in front of a streetcar. I'd go without food and water. But trying to talk my father into something, it can't be done.
Dobie, that's ridiculous. You can do it. Make your father give you a promise that I'll go to next Wednesday night's meeting. He'll give it to you.
Boy, will he give it to me. Oh, Maynard, I have to do a terrible thing to my father.
Oh, don't do it, Dope. I mean, he might be like stingy and rotten, but after all, he's your father.
that's
He goes in his own
glory.
way.
Anyhow, you get caught.
Besides,
anytime something like this gets
what is going on in that facility? I feel like too. You know what? I feel like we're reaching a day and age where all these structures are starting to fail, like some of these airplanes and everything. After a while, just fixing it, patching it. Or some of these buildings are collapsing, or these fires are taking. I feel like it's just, we're getting to a time where these structures are starting to just fail.
Go to the meetings. Man, your job.
At this time, locals are being asked to leave the area while emergency is processed and enforced. We'll do it and I'll go back. Ready? Yep. This is the clock support. 3, 2, 1. We ourselves are actually pretty far back from the scene due to safety concerns after the explosion and due to some private and gated property. Of course, we are still waiting for officials here on the scene to learn more about what exactly caused this explosion and the update, of course, on the several people reported as hurt. We'll get more information.
It's a phony organization.
In Longview, I'm Mackenzie Richardson, Foxtrot, Oregon. Is that quiet enough? They yelled. No. They yelled.
They yelled at us? I heard somebody yell.
Okay.
I hear what they said.
Why, certainly. I gotta put on a suit and tie and go to all kinds of meetings every night. All I do is get up at 5:30 in the a.m. every morning and go down to the produce market. So when night comes, I'm full of vim and vigor, ready to put on a suit and a tie and go to some meeting at some broken down auditorium and
Seattle.
sit on those hard seats and listen to
On the Seattle Times.
stimulating discussions about the problems.
No, it was just the article I was reading. It was on the Seattle Times.
Oh, I know. And I know how to solve them. Just
Multiple
give me a
people
sawed-off
suffered chemical
baseball
burns
bat
and other
and I'll
injuries in
kick
Longview
ball,
after a
and I
major
will turn
chemical
this
explosion was
adolescent
reported
into
at a
the
pulp and
most
paper mill.
well-adjusted kid you ever saw. A little lumpy, maybe. Well-adjusted.
You are not being very progressive.
That's right, Dad. You shut up. And why all this sudden interest in education? Oh, what a stupid question. There's gotta be a girl in back of it somehow. I don't know how, but somehow.
Dad, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, not all at once, boy. A sudden change like that can give a man a case of the galloping jumps or something. Be just a little too honest to begin with, huh?
Dad, I'm in love with a girl named Clotilde Ellingbo.
Clotilde Ellingbo?
Parents are very fine people.
Unlike your parents, who are axe murderers.
Herbert, be quiet. I happen to know who the Ellingbows are. They're very active in all kinds of worthy causes.
Well, he says that any father who doesn't take an interest in his child's education is no better than a slacker.
Slacker? Listen, I enlisted and wound up a first sergeant with a good conduct medal. I was riding a disc in the Pentagon.
Actually, Daddy was a PT boat commander.
Oh, an officer, huh? It figures.
Herbert, will you listen? For years I've been trying to tell you the same thing. Helping with Dobie's education is very important.
I've been trying to tell you the same.
All right, good morning, everybody.
My legs hurt, my back.
Chuck Holton here. I'm coming to you from my studio in Panama. Got home late last night and had an easy travel day. Pretty easy. Not too bad. It's good to see all of you online. We've got a bunch of people watching. Do me a favor and post where you're watching from in the chat. That helps the algorithm know to show this to more people. And I like seeing where you're watching from. We've got people from Oregon, we've got people from Washington, West Virginia, Texas, Michigan, another one from Oregon, another Texas, Ohio. We get people from all across the globe watching this show, and that's pretty amazing. We're coming to you via Starlink today, so hopefully I'll have a little better connection than I did yesterday. I'm sorry about that. I was in the car, and you know how it is, like, we're driving along, and I was like, hey, we got 5 bars of 5G here, it's going to be great. And then we pull off the road, and you get like 1 bar of LTE all of a sudden, just because you pulled off the road. I seem to have that sort of power over the universe. I can like make things happen like that whenever I need to go live. So the rest of this week is going to be pretty, just some housekeeping here, it's going to be pretty busy The reason is I'm going to be traveling to Croatia day after tomorrow, and so I've got to go to Panama City tomorrow, and I'll fly to Dubrovnik. We're going to spend about a week in Croatia, and I don't exactly know what my connectivity is going to be like, because we're going to be on a yacht. So I'm going to do my best to keep providing you with lives every day about this time or thereabouts. But if not, we've got a bunch of extra content that we've been putting together that we'll be able to put out every day that you're definitely going to want to watch. It just won't be live. So stay tuned for that. Again, I'll do the best I can, and I'm going to bring you some updates from the things that we're seeing and doing while we're in Croatia. It's going to be great. Now, President Trump, this is the deal that everybody keeps talking about that keeps not happening. And so President Trump says we're 95% the way there to a deal. And then we're also being told that the deal's on life support. So I don't know which it is. Maybe it's both. However, we still are in the ceasefire since like April 8th, I think.
How nice to see you at the
and the ceasefire is kind of not so much a ceasefire, because last night the United States struck targets inside Iran and took out some naval vessels, let's say, some go-fast boats that Iran was using to put more mines into the Strait of Hormuz. We just went through and cleaned up at least 10 mines that they had dropped in the Strait of Hormuz, and now they're out dropping more mines. So that doesn't sound like they are getting anywhere close to a deal, if you ask me. Those are not the actions of a country that wants a deal. And so we're going to go into all of that. We're going to explain what happened, and we're going to talk about how the United States actually, Iran claimed that they shot down another MQ-9 Reaper last night. We're going to talk about why that keeps happening, and we're going to end up today talking about the war that nobody really wants to talk about that's been going on and ramping up over the past months. And that's the war between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon. That is not slowing down by any stretch. They still are technically in a ceasefire, but technically in a ceasefire does not a ceasefire make, because Israel is really ramping it up, and they apparently got a green light from President Trump to do so even more in the days ahead. So we're going to keep an eye on that and talk about that a little bit toward the end. Before we do that, though, here's the thing. Take a look at your wrist. If there's an Apple Watch on it, and I have an Apple Watch. I don't have any problem with Apple Watches. I use mine when I go running and that sort of thing. But I want you to think about something. That watch is dead in 3 years, 4 years tops. The battery goes bad, the software stops updating, and Apple releases a new one, and they want you to go spend another $500, $600, $700 on a new Apple Watch. And that thing that you have on your wrist right now becomes kind of an ornament in your drawer. So you didn't really buy a watch, you kind of rented one. This watch, on the other hand, is a Wasson Watch Company. It's an automatic field watch. And I want to contrast these two because they're not the same thing. The Apple Watch needs a charger every single night. This one has 25 joule Swiss movement. It's an automatic. It runs off the motion of your wrist. It doesn't have a battery, no cable. You just wear it, and it winds itself forever. The Apple Watch buzzes at you all day long, emails, texts, your heart rate, somebody liked one of your photos, whatever. This watch just tells you the time. That's it. That's the whole job, and it does it beautifully. And it's built to military combat standards, which means it's got a sapphire crystal stainless steel. It's a company founded in Texas by a Marine. And look, this watch will outlive you. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take this thing off one day, and you're going to hand it over to your son, and he's going to wear it. I've been dragging mine around the world all year. I've been in more than 15 countries already this year. We're about to go to a whole bunch more. And I've had this with me the whole time. And that's the kind of thing that's going to be very meaningful to my kids when I go to pass this down to one of my sons someday. And you can't hand down an Apple Watch. Nobody inherits a gadget, right? Nobody opens a drawer 20 years from now and finds Grandpa's old smartwatch and feels anything at all. But a real watch like this, a watch with a story that kept time the whole way, that means something. That's not electronics, that's more like a legacy. So go to that link that's on the screen right now, use code CHUCK at checkout, and you get 10% off Awesome. They're cheaper than you think. This is the watch that you're going to pass down. Don't buy the one you're just going to throw away. Okay, thank you to Watson Watches for sponsoring today's podcast. Now let's move on to what's happening. So the U.S. hit Iran with new strikes today. They hit missile launch sites and mine-laying boats near the Strait of Hormuz. The reason they did that is because those missile launch sites were targeting American aircraft. And so we have something called SEAD/dead. SEAD is spelled S-E-A-D. And you know how dead is spelled. Those are acronyms that the military uses to talk about suppression of enemy air defenses and destruction of enemy air defenses. SEAD dead. And they are being used to degrade Iran's ability to shoot at our aircraft. Now, Iran, we have talked about, we've heard this from the administration since the beginning, and I'm not doing this just to be contrary. I just want to tell you the truth. I want you to understand and have some context into what's actually happening. Because Iran said last night they shot down one of our MQ-9 Reaper drones. And people say, well, I thought we had destroyed all of their surface-to-air missiles. So how could they be still shooting down our drones? So what we have done, think of it this way, with SEAD, we will go in before a mission and we'll basically clear the table. We send in aircraft like Reaper drones can do it, but we'll send in like the F-22 Raptor or the F-35s with special packages on them to sort of sniff out any of the air defenses that are lighting up as we come over. And as soon as they turn that air defense radar on, there's a missile inbound to take it out. So that's sort of clearing the table for a mission so that we can bring in other aircraft like F-16s, F-15s, E-52s that are not stealth aircraft and can drop bombs where we need to drop them without having to worry about getting our aircraft shot down. That's suppression of enemy air defenses and destruction of enemy air defenses by those Sidewinder missiles and that sort of thing. We're shooting at them. However, Iran still has a lot of short-range surface-to-air missile capability. They probably cannot shoot down an F-35 or an F-22 or a B-2 bomber or anything like that, because those are designed to evade that kind of setup. But they are certainly capable enough to shoot down an MQ-9 because an MQ-9 flies relatively low, maybe 6,000 to 8,000 feet. It flies about 300 miles an hour, which is orders of magnitude less than the supersonic fighter jets that we have. And they have a large radar cross-section. So there was a bunch of air defenses that were filling the sky in Bandar Abbas last night. I have a video of that. There's no audio to it, but you can see the air defense guns firing into the sky. Now, I'm going to explain to you why this is worthless. It's all but worthless here. The only way they're going to hit anything, that's a very short clip, so we'll play it again. The only way they're going to hit anything here is just get absolutely lucky. Because these are fired by anti-aircraft guns. Okay? So I'll just back that up where you can kind of see. Wait, hang on, Nick. We're moving it. Not yet. Okay. So I'm going to just back that up where you can kind of see these explosions going off here. Okay. Those things are being fired by anti-aircraft guns. They might be radar controlled, but there's a guy on the gun, like a CSU-23-4, that's going, and is shooting at these things, trying to shoot down whatever he can. It's unlikely that they could shoot down an MQ-9 Reaper with that because they can't see it with those things for the most part. So they are shooting them down with radar-guided, short-range, surface-to-air missiles. And that's significant because it shows that we haven't completely destroyed Iran's air defense network. We've only destroyed the things that were a threat to our stealth aircraft. And the Reapers are not stealth aircraft by any stretch. They have a radar cross-section like a Cessna. It's like a big propeller-driven, bird in the sky. And again, relatively low and relatively slow. So the United States has lost 24 or 25 of these Reaper drones in the course of this war since February 28. That represents about $1 billion worth of aircraft. And that's actually 20% of our total inventory of Reaper drones globally. So that's not good. However, it's not near as bad as losing F-35s, F-16s, F-15s, B-52s, etc. So these Reaper drones can have armaments on them. They can have a 500-pound bomb on them or whatever, and so they can send these things into places to bomb things that it would be just too risky to send manned aircraft into. So the Pentagon, even though these things are worth, $30 million a piece, something like that, the Pentagon views them as somewhat expendable. All right. So the Pentagon is, I'm sure they're disappointed about losing any aircraft, but if they have to lose an aircraft, they'd rather lose a Reaper than lose an F-35, because the F-35 is like $100 million. And so, it's just an economic factor and puts our troops at far less risk by sending an unmanned aircraft in there. So, the United States caught Iran trying to lay more mines in the Strip, and we have standing orders by the Commander-in-Chief that if they catch any boats out there laying mines, those boats are going to the bottom. And that's what they did. And they say that several IRGC members were killed in those engagements. Okay? They also, in the process of doing that, these were probably taken out by like A-10 Warthogs. These ships were, or maybe helicopter gunships like the Apache. And those aircraft were then targeted by those short-range surface-to-air missiles, because an A-10 Warthog or an Apache gunship is a lot like an MQ-9. They fly low and slow, actually even lower and slower than an MQ-9. The A-10's faster, but the Apache's certainly not. And they started getting lit up by air defense radars from Bandar Abbas. I have a image or a map of that. I don't think I've loaded it. Let's load this up. Here's the map. Okay, so Bandar Abbas is right where that arrow is pointing, and that's where we struck on land. And there was air defense gunfire going off in Tehran last night. So there were, they say, strikes in other parts of the country as well. Now, the United States has not admitted to any other strikes besides the ones that took place in Bandar Abbas, but we may have actually struck other things as well. Now, the United States says this is not breaking the ceasefire. We still have a ceasefire. We were just protecting. This was all defensive in nature. We were just protecting our aircraft as our aircraft were blowing up some more boats that were laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz. Although Iran doesn't see it that way. They don't think it was a. They do think it was a ceasefire violation. Now, President Trump, on the topic of the enrichment, the highly enriched uranium, put out a tweet or a Truth Social post today that said the following. Said, the enriched uranium nuclear dust, he calls it, will either be immediately turned over to the U.S. to be brought home and destroyed, or preferably in conjunction and cooperation or coordination with the Islamic Republic of Iran, destroyed in place. So the Iranians have been saying, number one, we're not even going to talk about nuclear enrichment until the war's over. You have to end the war before we're going to even talk about the things that caused you to start the war to begin with. That's not a good strategy. If we accepted that, that would be a loss on our part. And President Trump knows it. President Trump has made clear 1,000 times since this war started that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they therefore have to give up their nuclear material, their highly enriched uranium, because there's no other use for that stuff.
Well, that's why I'm scared. It's too perfect. Something's gotta happen to split.
Now, I've noticed lately members of his cabinet, members of the Trump administration have been out giving speeches and interviews on TV and that sort of thing.
I started my degree in 1986, 30 years later.
They've been saying, we've accomplished our initial objectives for this war. Our initial objectives were to destroy the Navy, destroy the Air Force,
the microphone in front of him at a city council meeting or something like that. I'm going to watch the entirety of this video. I only watched the first maybe 30 to 45 seconds originally, but I think this is important for people to see. The reason this is important for people to see is because this guy here is living in reality. The people behind him are perhaps not. Now, it is a reality that will probably hit them, maybe not this year, maybe not this month, maybe not next year, but inevitably, whether it be them personally, or maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a colleague or a co-worker. So this is what he has to say.
I'm born and raised on Cape Cod. What is on the line is very simple. It is a declaration of your allegiance either to the American citizen, the legal tax-paying American citizen, or the chosen community of foreign nationals who have been trafficked into this country for purposes of census data, for purposes of seats, for purposes of power, and for purposes of taxes. I am sick to effing death of paying for such bullshit, and I'm sick to death of being lectured about compassion, about patience and understanding. I have lived here all of my life, and I have been required for all 40 years of that life to obey the law and follow the rules. There will be no social security check for me when I can't work anymore. I have never once received any of the benefits that have been spoken of here.
That's right.
Nobody is beating down my door to help me fix up my house so that it doesn't collapse on me or lower the cost of the electricity that I have to pay. I don't get health insurance. I can't afford it. But I am punished by this state for not being able to afford it so that people who are in this country illegally can benefit from it.
Just so you know, I believe still in Massachusetts. So this happened to me actually when I was a contractor back in my heyday. when Obama got elected and he passed everything, the Obamacare thing, what ended up happening was and I did have health insurance at the time, but if you didn't have health insurance, you would get fined. I think still that maybe not a federal law, but a state law exists inside of Massachusetts where I think if you don't have health insurance, you do get fined. So this guy can't afford health insurance. He's paying for other people's health insurance that are probably for people that aren't even supposed to be here in the first place, and he's frustrated, amongst other things.
And go see the doctor whenever they want. And that is a fact, and I am sick of it. I am not an ununderstanding individual. I am not an uncompassionate individual. But my generosity has been abused, and I am sick of it.
Correct.
I am sick of being treated as an indentured servant to foreign nationals in my country and in my community. And I don't give a damn whose feelings that hurts. And for the record, I traveled abroad to a foreign nation, and you would not believe the amount of documentation I was required to have on me at all times and show whenever anybody asked. And you can bet your ass if I broke their laws, they would have nailed my ass to the wall.
And now this woman sucks. Right here, this woman, she sucks. This woman sucks, the one that keeps shaking her head.
Was very well behaved over there, and I was very respectful to the people because I was a guest in their country. I wasn't due anything.
So here's the reality here. The people behind him, whether they like it or not, they will see the effects of what's going on here if it doesn't stop. It's an inevitable reality. You see, what happens here is that I think that there are certain subsections of people, depending on age, depending on income, that could tolerate this for a given amount of time. So this guy here is obviously up to his wit's end with tolerating it. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's not compassionate or he doesn't want to help people. Most people want to help people. That's 100% true. But what happens is when you are getting taken advantage of by the people that you're helping, or alternatively, when you're getting taken advantage of by the government, whether it be state, local, no matter what it is, and your patience inevitably runs out. The people behind him, clearly, their patience has not run out yet, but it will run out in a matter of time. And here's the other truth of the matter. So this guy got up here and he said what everybody else is thinking. Perhaps not the people in this room right now where he is, but more people need to come forward and give their opinion on things. And what ends up happening is, like the people behind him, like this woman with the glasses, what they want to do is create this atmosphere and environment where it's not, let's say, quote-unquote safe for you to say the things that this guy is talking about. I will almost guarantee you that other people in this room are thinking the same exact thing that he is. But the fact is that this won't catch on until more people start speaking up about how they feel, because a lot of people feel like they're getting taken advantage of. But in the same aspect, a lot of people feel like they're going to get a label put on them for speaking up. This is the environment that these deep blue states or these deep blue politicians create. They create an environment where if you try to speak your mind or you try to speak up, they will do everything in their power to try to silence you, or they will do everything in their power to try to manipulate you into thinking that this is what the majority of the people inside of this state actually want. It's not. It 100% isn't. It's just that what ends up happening is this woman here, probably a couple people over here, maybe this guy back here with a smile on his face, they like to use these issues as some kind of like, I've said this before, but they kind of jump on the bandwagon of whatever their friends are doing. So when they are approached with somebody that...
Graham Plattner says police officers are all bastards. He makes racist comments about black people. And if you disagree with Plattner, he calls you retarded and a Read more here. Find Free Results Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Well, that actually was not the stated goal when we started.
Maybe what he said at this given point in time is not socially acceptable inside of their community. What they fail to realize is this will become socially acceptable because resources are not infinite. Everybody, if we had an infinite amount of resources, an infinite amount of jobs, everything would be fine, right? Everything would potentially be fine, but unfortunately, we just don't. We don't have it. If you want to know what this looks like on an accelerated level, all you need to do is look to see what's happening in the UK. See what is happening in the UK, because that is inevitably where the United States was heading. At least we are on somewhat of a path, although I don't think we are enforcing things quite like I had hoped, at least not right now. But the fact remains, the more people that speak up like this, the more people that voice their opinion on stuff like this, they will no longer be the minority, they'll be the majority. You can't sit there, behind closed doors and talk about these issues with your friends only. You need to talk about these issues out in public. If you're in a position where you feel like you're disenfranchised, or like this guy said, feels like an indentured servant, it's the way a lot of people feel. It truly is the way a lot of people feel. All you need to do is go on X or Twitter or YouTube, find this video, and just see what the hell people are saying. People are more brave, obviously, when they're kind of, anonymous and they're behind a
killed 22 sailors,
computer and stuff like that. But really what ended up happening is that when you really boil things down, it's also corporations and different businesses and stuff that made talking like this not achievable, at least for a long period of time. Obviously, they've become more lenient when it comes to talking about stuff like this. But the fact remains, there are a lot of people that feel this way, and this guy put it perfectly. This is exactly what a lot of people feel, even people at the Cape. And I think what had happened over the years is a lot of people, and you see it happening. So in terms of, the Cape is now going to have like some level of a transfer tax on selling real estate. Like, these are more ideas to generate more money, to give out more money. It's never to generate more money for new stuff. It's to generate more money to support the stuff that you already have going on, if that makes sense. Usually that's the case. They'll say, and I know, somebody may be watching that knows the intricacies of the transfer tax more intimately than I do. I am in real estate. They may say that it's going to be for new this or new that or whatever it may be, but what they end up doing is they inevitably end up plugging gaps within the system and tools that they've been robbing from in the first place. So, for instance, what ends up happening is there may have been $50 million towards affordable housing in Cape Cod that has slowed down or has stopped in its entirety. What they like to do is that Cape Cod has people that are coming from Boston, they're buying homes in the Cape, and maybe they end up having a condo inside of Boston, and a small fraction of people are the decision makers for the rest of the people inside of that location. And I will almost guarantee you, anything that they try to implement, anything that they try to do, it's not going to be used for new things. It's going to potentially maybe a small slice of the pie, but what inevitably happens is that it ends up plugging gaps in the first place, right? It ends up filling up the cookie jar where they were stealing from, and that's it. And this guy's frustrated after seeing all of this stuff, and I'm here to tell you that there are a lot of people that feel this way, and there are a lot of people inside of Cape Cod that feel this way too, so kudos to this guy for speaking up.
Responding to the U.S. President's posts or the other malicious media campaigns, including caricatures posted on the social platforms. We have works that are more important than responding to these trivial issues. We are working in order to arrive at the best solutions to maintain and safeguard the interests of our countries. At the same time, we are responding. We are not responding to each and every comment. We are a cultured, educated, and developed people. At the same time,
there are cultured, educated, and developed people who murdered over 40,000 of their citizens just for protesting. So that doesn't sound very cultured and educated and civilized to me.
It's just too perfect.
They're so cultured and educated and civilized that they will beat a woman to death for showing a little bit of her hair from underneath her burqa.
Oh, me too.
That's how cultured and educated and sophisticated they are. Now, the Iranian people actually are fairly well educated, and they have an ancient culture. So they're a very proud culture. But the culture of the IRGC is not the culture of Iran. And so if he's talking about the regime, or trying to say that they're one and the same, then he's gaslighting. Okay. Now, while Iran was trying to mine the Strait of Hormuz yesterday, simultaneously, their foreign minister and the speaker of the parliament, Ghalibaf, were sitting in Doha, Qatar, trying to close a deal with the United States. So, remember, Qatar was attacked by Iran about a month and a half ago. People in Qatar died because of the strikes from Iran. And now Qatar is trying to between Iran and well, it's not going well, as I said. President Trump described it as 95% done. But he also simultaneously said it was on the verge of collapse. So I'm not sure what you take away from that, but it doesn't sound real promising to me. One of the big things that's a sticking point in this, of course, is the Strait of Hormuz itself. Marco Rubio was asked about it on Air Force One. Here's what he had to say.
They're going to be open what's happening. There's a block. It's illegal. It's unsustainable. It's unacceptable. I don't know of any kind of
saving it to buy our tickets for the Kingston Trio Saturday night.
Oh, if I don't see the Kingston Trio, I'll die. Can't you get the money from there's no country in the world that will favor the tolling system except the regime in Iran. That's not acceptable. That cannot happen. The straits need to be open, unimpeded, without tolls, and obviously that needs to happen immediately.
So they're saying that, look, they can't charge tolls on the Strait of Hormuz, but Iran is continuing to say they're going to charge people. Now, they changed their tune a little bit. They said, well, okay, so we're not going to charge tolls on the Strait of Hormuz anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to charge environmental fees. Let's net zero. Let's go net zero. All of a sudden, Iran is very worried about they just let a giant oil slick emanate from Karg Island up in the north at massive ecological damage up there in the north. And now they're saying, well, we're so concerned about the environment that we're just going to have to charge environmental fees. We're not going to charge $2 million per ship tolls. No, we wouldn't do that. We're just going to charge $2 million a ship in environmental fees. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Here's what Ismail, what's his name, had to say.
The Strait of Hormuz is a financial matter. I think it is a distraction from the main issue. It is natural for every coastal state of the strait to provide navigation services and matters related to national security, territorial integrity, and Iran's national sovereignty. Let us not forget that the fundamental reason Iran and Oman thought of defining mechanisms to ensure the safe passage of ships through the Strait of Hormuz was the incidents that occurred since late February. Therefore, this issue has both a legal basis and a logical basis. For Iran and Oman, as two coastal states, to define mechanisms based on international law and international custom to ensure safe and secure passage through the Strait of Hormuz. And naturally, well, carrying this out will entail costs, which is also an internationally accepted matter.
Yeah, he's trying to say that all of this is, complies with international law, internationally accepted. That if a ship sails by your country, then you can charge them money. But that's not actually correct. That's absolute malarkey. You notice there, he's doing the whole mafioso thing. He's like, well, we're going to have to ensure the protection of these vessels that are transiting through the Strait of Hormuz. And if we're going to do that, then, we have to charge some money for that. There are some costs that are involved if we are protecting them. Well, the only thing ships going through the Strait of Hormuz need protection from is Iran. So how about just not attacking the ships in the Strait of Hormuz? That's free. It doesn't cost you anything to not attack. And you know what's crazy is that nobody in that press conference is going to ask that question. I would love to be in that press conference. Actually, I wouldn't survive because it's in Tehran. But, it'd be cool to be able to phone in a question and say, what exactly are you protecting ships from that are going through the Strait of Hormuz?
Give yourself a break and settle for a cold
your own piracy.
Mr. Gillis to arrange an introduction.
And they continue to say that they're not going to allow any ships through that
he is never going to set the world on fire. In fact,
are unfriendly to their, that aren't on their side, right?
He's unformed, flexible,
so that's,
the kind I can mold and shape into my own
kind of a non-starter.
Give me the
The United States can't put up with that, and
he may be a
neither should they.
He is my namby-pamby, and nobody's going to call him a namby-pamby but me.
Okay, so let's move on. I don't have this video loaded, but I had another video of another Iranian official from the IRGC saying, well, obviously we have the right to charge fees for going through the Strait of Hormuz because that's Iranian territorial waters. But actually, it's not Iranian territorial waters. The internationally accepted shipping lanes that go right through the center of the Strait of Hormuz are not considered to be part of Iranian territorial waters at all. Iran, that's one of the reasons why they're trying to force shipping to go up through the Larak Island gateway, because they would have to enter Iranian territorial waters. That bolsters their claim of, well, you're now in our waters, so we can charge you money to it. It's just, it's all a game. It's all a game. Okay, I got some good stuff here. Next, I want to talk about. We got the cool commander. So Dan Hoffman was on Fox News and is talking about, we're going to have a strategy of trust but verify if we're going to come to a negotiated settlement here.
Adam Hoffman, former CIA station chief in Moscow and Fox News contributor. Listen, I know you and I are on the same page when I talk about my skepticism of the regime in Tehran. They will say pretty much anything, and then of course they'll go back on their word. But what's different here, I suspect, Chief, is the president not only knows that, he's making a contingency. If there's going to be a deal, they'll have to trust but verify, to use a Reagan saying, and they'll also have to show good faith before they get any money. Is that your understanding of where things are?
Yeah, I think that would be a good strategy, and for sure, we're seeing a lot publicly, we're seeing Iran engaging in some diplomacy here, and the United States responding in kind, but there's a lot happening behind the scenes. For sure, Director Radcliffe over at CIA is pulsing his sources to determine what's actually happening inside the Iranian regime so that we can kind of steal their playbook and know what their plans are. It's important looking longer term out over the horizon here. If we were to eliminate some of the sanctions, how would Iran use that money Would some of it be for economic reconstruction? There's surely a lot of that needs to get done, but also we would expect to rebuild, reconstitute, rearm their ballistic missile program and their drones to engage in conflict in the region and beyond.
I think, obviously, you...
Okay, so he's saying, well, we know if we give them any money, that at least a good portion of that money is going to go to reconstituting their nuclear program or their ballistic missile program. General Jack Keane was on Fox as well, kind of adding to this by saying that, look, all of this is a delaying tactic on the part of the Iranians. They have no intention of complying with any negotiated settlement. Just look at what they did under the Obama administration. They agreed to allow the IAEA to come in and inspect their nuclear sites whenever the IAEA wanted to, unannounced. And that was part of the agreement in writing. And then they never allowed the IAEA to do that. They would let them in to, these little Potemkin villages. They would put together little oh, look how clean. We don't have any, look, no nuclear enrichment here. And they wouldn't let them just go where they wanted to go at all. So we would expect that would happen again if they come to a negotiated settlement.
Well, with the deal here is that we leave Iran bruised but intact, and they'll walk away from here citing and convincing themselves that they got the United States to back down. And as a result of that, we extend a lifeline to the regime for sure, for them to do what? To recover. And in the deal, the unfrozen assets are about $100 billion. It's likely we're going to take some part of that and give that to them up front and also reduce some of the sanctions. And certainly we're going to monitor their behavior. But nonetheless, it is a lifeline to the regime that extends them for years to come. The next administration is going to wind up having to deal with them. That's not where we started. Remember, we started to weaken this regime, to devastate and take away their capabilities to be a predator in the region, support the proxies. For sure, and obviously not have any nuclear capability whatsoever.
So obviously General Keane is concerned that we're going to come up with some sort of negotiated settlement here that does not achieve the objectives that we initially set out to achieve.
I mean, if there's anything you don't
and
want to get caught on
with good reason. I mean, that's just their delay tactics. I mean, while one of the things they're talking about in Qatar right now is that Iran wants the $12 billion that the United States has frozen. It's actually in Qatar, I believe, but we froze it. They want that $12 billion back for the IRGC. And the United States is saying not until we come up with a complete ceasefire that is acceptable to us. So Qatar is trying to sort of bridge the gap by saying, well, how about if we lend Iran $12 billion and then, we're not actually giving them their $12 billion back. We're just going to make them a little loan of $12 billion so they'll be happy with it. Well, here's why that doesn't work. Number one, would you trust Iran to pay back a $12 billion loan? I wouldn't. Number two, and so essentially it would be a grant. Number two, that doesn't mean Iran would stop holding out for the $12 billion of frozen assets that we currently hold. And there's more like $100 billion total that is being frozen all across the globe of Iranian assets. And they want all of that back. So there is a framework that's being put together, but the framework is really fragile and just not very, it's not a good deal for America. Now, General Petraeus was interviewed yesterday, and he talked about how the Gulf states are kind of getting cold feet. And for a while, countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, were all saying, look, America, do what you have to do. Take out the IRGC. It'll be a better place. The whole region will be better if you take out the IRGC. So go for it. And then, when we actually started doing some of that and they started getting attacked, then they sort of backed off. And now, when we announced Operation Project Freedom, to escort ships out of the Strait of Hormuz, all of a sudden Saudi Arabia didn't want us using their air bases because they were afraid they were going to get struck again by Iran. So Petraeus had an interesting take on this because he said, we don't actually need those bases as much as we did before.
Nations reevaluating their relationship with the U.S. in light of this? Have they felt unprotected or unbacked up?
I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
These states tried to stay out of this. They tried to take a knee. We were denied access to the bases, many of the bases we normally occupy. Now the truth is we're not as inclined to occupy these bases now that we have seen what the Iranians can throw at them. This is much more than when I was the commander of Central Command, for example, back from 2008 to 2010. Back then, my forward headquarters was at a huge air base outside Doha, Al Udeid. A beautiful headquarters paid for by the Qataris, $100 million or whatever, but half of it's above ground. And I can assure you, the Central Commander did not do what his predecessors have always done, which is be in the same time zone with all of your forces. He stayed at the base at MacDill Air Force Base outside Tampa. That's where the war has been run from, not from the forward headquarters. The Combined Air Operations Center, which functions at that same air base, runs the air war for the region. And in this case, even had the Israeli Air Force as part of it in many respects. They didn't run from out there either because it's vulnerable. They actually ran it from an air base in South Carolina.
This is something we're seeing with warfare these days, that the ability to direct even kinetic strikes by